Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making these cute little mini cakes. We will be making a birthday and a wedding one. The birthday one took about 20 minutes to make, but if you're looking to make the wedding one, it took about 1 hour just to make one. So I couldn't imagine having to make 50 to 100 of them. That would literally take all day. But anyways, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get started. Let's start out by baking a 1-layer 6-inch cake, and then with my 2 circle cutters, I'm going to cut 2 larger circles and 1 smaller. And since we're just doing the birthday cake for right now, we're just going to keep the 1 larger one and put the 1 large and the 1 small to the side, and we'll come back to that later. With my larger cut circle, now I'm going to take my smallest hole cutter, cut right through the center, and pull that out, and then I'm actually going to save this and cut off a small little piece and pack it in the bottom of my cake, and then I'm going to fill it with sprinkles. I'm using the CK standing sugar sprinkles, which is not sponsored by the way, but I actually really like these quality sprinkles. You can buy these on Amazon. I'll put a link down below. And after you fill up your mini cake, now we're going to ice it up just like a regular cake. I always start with the top, and then I'm going to go around to the sides. One helpful hint is that you want to make sure that you're icing your cake frozen. It's really soft when you're trying to do it and it's just chilled or not chilled at all. I strongly recommend freezing it, let it sit there for 20 minutes and then bring it back out, and then try icing it up. And once you have your cake iced, then you are ready to put it back in the freezer. I have my cute little cake stand, and I'm going to take my spatula, and this is why we put that little piece of extra cake in the center and pack it down, just so when we're moving the cake now, it's not going to completely fall. So after I've moved over my cake, then I'm going to be piping a border around the bottom and then again around the top, and I'm using the Wilton 14 star tip. Once I have my border, then I'm going to take a few extra little sprinkles and sprinkle around the sides and along the top again. And there you go, now you have a beautiful little mini birthday cake, and now we're ready to move on to the wedding cake. Just tuning in, remember we baked a 1-layer 6-inch cake and then we use our circle cutters. The only difference is that for this cake we are actually going to cut and fill. I don't really recommend it because after I did this, then I realized that I didn't realize how much harder it was just to ice up the cake, so I would just not bother filling it. But if you do want to fill it, then I would recommend filling them and then putting them back in the freezer. And when you take it out, it'll be a little bit easier. Just like the first one, I'm going to ice along the top and then go back around on the sides. and then I'm going to pop both of these back in the fridge and let them sit. And while that's sitting, I'm going to be rolling out a sheet of fondant about 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch thickness, and then I'm going to pull out my cakes and drape them. So when you're draping your cakes, you want to make sure that you put it on the top and then pull along the sides downwards to make that even surface. And since I rolled out a big enough piece, I'm actually going to then go back and drape my second half. After all my cakes are draped, now I'm going to go back with my knife and cut along the excess. Then we are going to take our fondant smoother and smooth along the top and along the sides once more. After this, now I'm going to pop it back in the fridge and let it set. Now we're ready to stack it. There are no dowels needed, so with my spatula, I'm just going to go underneath the small layer and pick it up and put it on the top. Then I will be going around and piping a border with a number 2 tip. Next, you want to find the smallest flowers that they actually have at the grocery store and cut off all the little small ends. You just want to have those little tiny little petals. With my icing bag, I'm going to ice a very vague line of where I want all my flowers to go, and then stick them all along the side of the cake. Now you have a beautiful mini wedding cake, perfect for 2. Always remember to tag me in all of your photos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.